What's going on, guys? It's Fake Education back again with another breakdown. Today we're going to be doing a real versus fake of the Air Max 90 Off-White. Bam! Oh yeah, these smell fake. Ugh. These smell like Shoe Carnival. These smell like a cheap shoe store. Now it's time to break these down. The Air Max 90 Off-Whites, real and fake. This is the first time for me having both in hand is actually right now. So this is more or less a live actual comparison where usually I do all the prep beforehand, but this is live and raw. And I'm not gonna lie, these fakes are not that good. I'm sure they're probably gonna do an updated version and fix some things, because like if you get scammed with these, just you weren't looking for anything to be wrong. These are not that good. So there's probably gonna be a lot of differences here in this video that I'm gonna show to you guys to look for, because I've already spotted like 10 right off the rip. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Next, we're gonna take a look at the boxes that come with each. Right now, the one that I'm spinning around is the real box. And just one thing that I wanted to show, and now of course this can always happen to a real box, but this is the fake, and it's just normal and accustomed to see a lot of replicas that come in just destroyed boxes that are, you know, brand new releases, because of the fact they usually ship them through DHL in just like a plastic wrap. So during the shipping process, the boxes can get, you know, just crushed and demolished. Whereas when you're dealing with a real pair that of significance and a nice hefty resale price tag, people tend to take better care and double box. So just if you see something just mangled like this that comes in a wrapped up plastic bag during shipping, you might have been directly shipped a counterfeit pair. All right, so next segment of the box that we're gonna take a look at is the Nike swoosh in quotations, and this is the real. And if you take just a nice close look, you're gonna notice that the actual font style is just very clean and crisp. You're not seeing any blemishes or imperfections. But now when I show you the fake, you're gonna see on Nike swoosh that a lot of the letters just are not super crisp and clean cut. So now you are looking at the fake box, and like I said, just pay close attention to the Nike swoosh, all the lettering. You're gonna see that it almost looks like shaky, that it wasn't printed very well, or as if the person, when they were, you know, doing this screen print on it, were moving stuff around and just shuffling, or just having like some sort of anxiety attack and just freaking out while they were doing this, or like under a lot of pressure to just pump these fakes out, because it's just super sloppy. So I cannot imagine the kind of pressure that they are in over the factory to like get this shit out, fake everything as quick as possible, because this stuff is just super sloppy. A lot of times when it comes with fake and reals, you just have to pay attention to just details and craftsmanship. And obviously, as you see here, there's no care at all. So now we're gonna take a look at the tissue paper that comes with a real pair as well as a fake. And after close inspection, the actual paper itself is the same. The designs that they have is pretty much the same, because this is cut out of a large roll of paper. So placement of designs will vary even with tissue paper from a real pair. It's not gonna be all the way the same with every single pair. Pretty wild. I was expecting there to be a difference in this, because usually tissue paper varies, especially when it is such more or less a complex design, but very shocked that this is pretty much exactly the same thing. So when you've got a pair, don't even waste your time looking at the actual tissue paper itself. All right, so we are gonna now focus on the actual toe box area. Right here we have the real pair, and then right here we have the fake pair. And first thing you're gonna notice right off the bat is there is a color difference in this material and fabric. On a real pair, it's kind of like a sky blue. And then when you look at the fake, it's more like it's like a weird light minty green almost. It almost just looks like a dirty white. And then also this fabric here on a real pair is super tight, so I can't really pull it or anything. But when touching the fake, I can grab this fabric and pull it apart and play with it, and It's just extremely loose. So the craftsmanship just is not here. It is very more or less like skin tight on a real pair. So that's a clear telltale sign if you have a real or you have a fake pair, is this area. All right, now we're gonna take a look at the outsoles. On top we have the fake, on bottom we have the real. And overall, look pretty close. If you only have one or the other in hand, it's gonna be hard to, you know, really point out a difference. But one major thing is when you're looking at this area of the outsole on a real pair, you'll notice that the color underneath of this translucent rubber more pops out at you than if it does on a fake. So this is the fake, this is the real, and focus on this area underneath the translucent rubber and you'll see exactly what I mean. The color more still pops out at you on the real pair. The fake, it's really dulled down. All right, so next focus is the actual, this kind of foam type fabric that creates the heel area, inner sock liner, and just the rim around here. On top we have the real, on bottom we have the fake. You're gonna notice immediately a big color difference. On the fake, it's more of like a greenish yellow, aqua, chlorine type color. And then if you look on the real, it's got more of just a natural light blue color. Nowhere near the same. The fake is nowhere near accurate. The color is way off. Also, on the real pair, you're gonna notice that there's a lot of like this fraying around the edges, and you do not see that on the fake pair. Look back at the real, you'll see all that type of fabric fraying around the edge of the ankle collar, which you do not see that on the fake. The fake is more just kind of clean cut. All right, next we're gonna take a look at the print that's on the medial side. On top we have the fake, on bottom we have the real. Now of course there's gonna be alignment issues and differences when you're getting into, let's say, a bigger size or a smaller size, but you can still just see overall that the alignment of information that's printed is not the same on the fake. Just get a good look. If you have to, press pause and just kind of dissect it and study it and just memorize it. If you have a pair of these in hand and you're questioning the authenticity of them, go ahead and look at this area and, you know what I mean, judge for yourself, but you can see the difference between the real and the fake. All right, guys, now we're taking a look at the back heel area. Right here we have the real pair, and then right here we have the fake. And I noticed a unique difference. When you lift these back flaps up, you're gonna see some information printed right here. And notice how bold and black this is on the real pair. Now let's flip up this back heel tab on the fake, and notice how lightly that is printed there. It's extremely faded. The font style is slightly different, but that's a huge telltale sign. Flip this flap up and go ahead and look at this print right here of your pair that you have in hand that you haven't questioned, or if you're requesting pictures from a seller, definitely get a picture of this right here. All right, now we're gonna take a look at a section of the upper, and this is the real pair, and I wanna highlight this section right here. You're gonna notice there is a white stitch line that goes from about the ankle collar over down under this black hyperfuse-like fabric material print right here. Just focus on that black stitch line there. I mean, this white stitch line right here, I'm sorry. This is the real pair. Now, let's bring in the fake. There is no stitch line at all right there. It's completely missing, it's completely absent. So it's just key little details like this that's gonna separate, you know, a $100 fake from a $1,000, $1,100, whatever the case is of the resale value of these currently. So definitely get a picture of this, or if you have a pair in hand, look if that stitch line is there. If it is not and it's missing, you definitely know that it is a counterfeit replica pair. Same as before, but on the outer, now we're looking at the medial, same thing. There's a white stitch line right here that runs from this white leather panel up to the ankle collar, and this is the real pair. Now, when you look at the fake, that stitch line is absent, and this panel of this, whatever this is right here with these kind of barbed wire black line type design, there's no stitch line here, so that's a clear indication that you will have a fake pair if you do not see that stitch line right there. All right, now we're gonna take a look at the red zip tie that comes with each. Right here we have the zip tie, and this is the real pair here, and then right here we have the zip tie that comes with the fake. And you're just gonna notice that this zip tie is massive in size. Also, the color of this zip tie is more of a cherry red, whereas this is more of like a dull chalk red. but the size difference is just huge. It should be very tight like this on a real pair, about halfway up, zipped up. I mean, you can always, jeez. I was gonna say push this and, yeah. Okay, this fake zip tie is out of control. All right, next we're gonna take a look at the insoles from each. This is the insole that came with the real pair, and this is the insole that came with the fake. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice a color difference, whereas on the real, the insole actual footbed color is more of an eggshell white, whereas on the fake, it's more of a fluorescent white. It's almost got like a bluish tint to it. Also, if you look at the actual off-white logo here, and this is the insole comes with the real pair, the black is a flat matte black in the design. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the fake and notice that it's glossy. This black should be flat matte, but on the fake, it's glossy. Also, the actual pyramid style design grooves on the forefoot area of the insole of a real pair are just very defined, pretty large, very firm, so they don't really push down very easily. Let's take a good look at that. Now when we look at the fake, those same pyramid style designs are just very little, very soft. I can push them down. There's not even much feel to them. Nothing like, do a little side by side, nothing like that of a real pair.